I had my Raldey board for quite some time now, and I've been enjoying it for over 120 miles already. And it's pretty fun. That's how my Raldey came in. That's Raldey Carbon AT, second generation, and it took only 12 days to arrive to Washington State. And I purchased it from the USA website, which you can find a link in the description. So that's the second generation. It has some differences from the first generation. It has rear mounted motors, upgraded ESC with 20% more power, and new foam grip tape, which looks pretty nice, the honeycomb. I like it. And I like their logo, the crown. But there was 2 air bubbles which can be fixed. I'll probably make a video about it later. I have the 165mm wheels with 14 amp battery. Has 2 belt drives, which are 63, 68, 1500 watt motors, and that was some imperfections, but it's hardly noticeable. It's made out of Japanese carbon fiber. Once again, 14 amp battery, 10-inch trucks, dual kingpin trucks, which are really nice, responsive, but I like the carbon fiber. And here it is again. It's perfect, almost, and no wires, nothing, so it's all clean. I like it. So here are the boards compared to my other ones, and the remote. It has a slider which shows board battery, remote battery, your speed, the speed mode, and odometer and trip. And that's like more of a traditional remote that has a wheel, and a Meepo V3 remote shows everything else. And it kind of sucks that you can't pick it up and carry it, but oh well. It's quite heavy, so you have to lift it like to the side, but you can always pull it behind you like so. It's much easier, and as it's a AT board, you can sit on it, which serves as a bench, which is really nice. This was my first time off-roading with an electric longboard, so I wasn't as experienced, but it handled really well in the tall grass. It would have been better if it was a all-wheel drive, but they don't have that option yet, and not many other boards have that. But I handled it really well, and it was really fun. It handles really well in the forest, drives over things quite easily. It would have been a bit better with the 195mm wheels, but that's all what I had. And it drives up the hills quite easily as well. These airless tires do a good job on gravel as well, but going over 13 miles an hour it gets kind of bumpy, so yeah. But at least you don't have to worry about getting them popped. I'll have more footage from off-roading, so I hope you'll enjoy it. And then drives over things quite easily. As I said earlier, the wheels are pretty soft, and as I said earlier, it's much funner riding like on trails than on pavement with this board. I really like the honeycomb design, but here are some of the raw specs. It can go up to 25 kilometers on a single charge with the 14 amp battery, which is about 15 miles. I got a bit more than that. And top speed is 28 miles an hour. And then it recharges in about 5 hours with the standard 2 amp charger, but they're currently making a better one. And it can go up to 25% grade uphill and can handle 280-pound rider, which is quite a lot. It's pretty smooth on trails, which I enjoy riding, so that's why there's plenty of off-roading or trail footage, but I had way more than this, but I hope you enjoy this. The fastest I went on these trails was almost 20 miles an hour, which is quite fast, and I'm using Strava to track my rides, and then it shows like where I rode, which is interesting. I did lots of different things in the forest with it, so it's been fun. It has lots of torque, so I can do burnouts easily, so it's kind of hard to handle all of it. I think that was more than enough, so let's go to the streets. So once again, that's how the board looks like on pavement. The deck is pretty slim and the battery is inside it, so nothing sticks out. I like it, but the birds might not like it as much. Okay, let's get to real world stats. So the most I went on it was 27 miles an hour. Their website says 28. Maybe the conditions weren't the best when I was testing it, but I'm pretty sure I can hit 28 on it easily later. So all the footage you'll see of me going up the hill is only with 2 bars of battery, so that's kind of low battery, but it handled pretty well. So on this day I did almost 19 miles on a single charge, and I still had some battery left. But yeah, with 1600, almost 1700 feet elevation change, and that's how I drove. Did some loops around Chambers Bay. And if you'll want to see the whole footage of this trail, let me know in the comments below. Here's one of the hills from the range test that I did. There was plenty of people, so I had to take it easy, but it handled them really well. The board has lots of torque and I like it. This was one of the steepest hills there, almost with the curves, but the board handled it quite well. Compared to my other boards, this did a really good job. Also, the brakes are pretty good on it as well, so it feels safe riding it. So just to recap, the fastest I went on this board was 27 miles, and on a single charge 22 or 23 miles. Then I kind of rushed this video and I had some technical difficulties, but if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. And the board was $1,100, totally worth it.